Hey everyone, Christina Del Rey with your forecast for February 15th, 2021. So we have a big week in astrology, and I know I say that every week, but really every week has been big. But this week we have the start of the exact square between Saturn and Uranus, and really this is what 2021 is all about. This is probably the most major transit for this year. Now, last year, if you remember, we had Pluto-Saturn, and that was to kind of tear everything down and apart, all the structures in our lives. So now we have Saturn and Uranus, and not quite as challenging as last year, but still challenging. So this is a year of revolution. It's a year of change, not just on a collective level, but on a personal level as well. And you have been thinking about what your personal revolution is because the universe keeps giving you clues. If you're not 100% sure where you're going, the universe is asking you to experience life in a new direction, at least in one area. But change is inevitable, and at least in one area of your life. And if you don't like change, the universe is kind of saying, too bad. You're going to have to embrace it at some point. So it is better not to go against the grain. It is better to accept and kind of, manifest something good. So Saturn is asking you to be responsible in one area of life, and Uranus is shaking the foundations of another part of your life. So you kind of have, one foot in an old life and one foot in a new life. And you have to decide what to keep and what needs to go and how you're going to do that. And of course, as humans, we don't like to change. We don't welcome in, change. It's scary to us. And what we have to realize is that this is happening so that you can be shaken free from something and be more authentically you. So whatever is being shaken free from your life, it is so that you can be more yourself and in alignment with what your soul came here to do or to learn. The exact square will happen 3 times, and the first time is February 17th, and both are direct and strong. And when you have 3 hits of a planet, it's kind of like, the first time is like, oh, there's a spaceship on my lawn. And then the second one is like, oh, I really should do something about that spaceship there. And then the third one is like, yeah, I kind of understand what I'm supposed to do with this spaceship, and I don't really care what anybody else thinks. I'm just going to integrate it into my life. So that's kind of what is going on here. The second hit of this is June 14th. Saturn will be retrograde, so that means that Uranus is going to be stronger, and that shakes up future, or that shakes up foundations. And then we have the last hit, which is December 24th. Saturn is going to be going direct, and Uranus is retro. So Saturn is going to be stronger here, and it's going to be you focusing on the new structures that you've put into place and building on that now, because you had to understand the spaceship and integrate that into your life. Okay, let's talk about it in your chart. Hello, Scorpio. So we have the first of 3 squares between Saturn and Uranus. So we have this taking place in the area of the chart that has to do with home, and the area of the chart that has to do with relationships. And these can be business relationships or partnerships, also any kind of contracts, romantic partnerships. And Saturn is saying that there's something that you need to adult in the home area, or you need to take responsibility for any conditioned thoughts that you may have. When we all grow up our parents teach us, they do their best to teach us what they know. And sometimes we think that that's how things are, that's our truth. But your truth might be changing. You might be reworking or redoing your conditioning. You could be remodeling too. With so many planets here, if you are remodeling, things are going to go better after the 20th when Mercury goes direct. It is a lot of times like you downsize when Saturn is in your 4th, but somehow the downsizing would free you or create more business partnerships or freedom with business partnerships or relationships in the home. So maybe you are moving, or maybe you are, having, a breakup, or maybe you're creating a new business partnership, and, this is making you take more responsibilities at home. Or maybe your romantic partnership is, maybe it has to change, and maybe you have to do more of the housework, whereas your partner, has to go out and do more business stuff. It really could be a whole lot of things, but this is really nice if you work from home, especially because Saturn's saying take more responsibility in the home, and Uranus is saying you have freedom to choose business partnerships. We also have Venus square Mars. So, same parts of the chart. There's likely an action that you might have to take on your values or on the home. Could be with money, relationships. Good news is we have on the 20th, we have Mercury going direct, and same part of the chart in the home areas. So things will start to become, if you've had technology issues in the home, if you've been unclear about what you should be doing in the home, maybe from a business standpoint, or maybe you're even redecorating your home or redoing your home, that is, it's going to get easier. It's going to get more clear now. But whatever ideas you were rethinking in that area, or your foundations, your conditioning, it's going to start to become clear how you're supposed to change that area of your life. Okay, Scorpio, it'll be a great week.